I love it when you talk dirty.
Back to part 2 of the 14th episode of the Dirty Talks podcast.
Yes, sir.
I got it right this time. And I know I'm dealing with 3 bisexual women on the panel right now.
Are you?
Sometimes I don't know.
How many women have you
literally,
been?
like.
How many women? How many women have you been with?
Bi-curious or
Janelle?
bisexual? What is it?
I don't know.
Have you ever made a woman come? Okay,
yeah.
so you might be bisexual.
She said it like it was nothing.
So you ate
I
pussy.
mean, I
You
was
ate
just
pussy.
like, was it like.
You ate pussy before then? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you a little gay.
I'm a little gay down.
So, I assume all of y'all scissored women before, like bump
Scissor the
coochies or
fuck
whatnot.
out of a woman.
Okay, so I want to say, how long did it take y'all to perfect? Or damn, I can't get my words out. How long did it take y'all to perfect y'all stroke when it came to like scissoring women?
I still feel
Like, when
I
was it
have to
kinda
perfect
rocky?
it.
That's what I was about to
You
say. I
feel
don't
me?
know if I
It should be a
have.
little
Like,
rocky.
It depends on the
Yeah.
coochie. Everybody's different.
Type.
Everybody's body shapes are
Literally.
different.
So how long y'all wait
Everybody-
around the coochie? Every different types of coochie yet?
It's different types of bodies. It's different types. I don't have like one particular type of body
Coochies
that
be
I
bigger
fuck.
than other ones. You
Yeah.
feel me? You
Yeah,
gotta
that's
So
accept.
y'all can't adjust on the fly. Be like, all right,
Okay,
her
so this
lips
is what
right here.
this is what men need to learn. Okay,
No, because it's
everybody,
like-
Be
all
smaller,
men, put your
bigger.
listening ears on. You know, pick them up, put them on.
There you go.
Every vagina is different.
Completely.
We know that.
Every single vagina
Nah,
is different. Just
different,
because you
different.
perfect one does not mean you can switch over to another one and do the same thing and it work.
Say
That
it one
is
more time.
Never the case.
One more time.
It is
You gonna be
never
rough riding
what
the
you
bitch, she
did
gonna
with
smack
one
you.
woman is not gonna work with the next one.
I want it to be about
Ever.
men. I'm talking about women on women.
That's what
That's what we
that-
talking
that's what
about.
we talking
We
about.
talking to the
Because
women.
even as a
Because as a
woman,
woman,
I thought you talking to
still-
niggas.
there is
Like,
Yeah,
talking to
because
women.
the comments after it.
Yeah, there is
yeah.
no perfecting. There's
Unknown.
no such thing as a
So it's not
perfect
no,
stroke.
you bitches need to learn how to scissor.
No, because everybody needs to understand
no, they do need to learn how
that
to
there's
scissor.
not one vagina.
You might want to lay down and get scissored. You know what I'm saying?
But
The difference is your willingness to learn and figure a woman's body out.
Right.
So let me ask y'all: is it hard for y'all to adjust on the fly? Like, say if you
No.
notice her
No.
coochie lips are more to the
Ask
left
questions.
or right.
Yeah.
You
Like,
ask
maybe
questions.
maybe her
gotta
top
talk.
lips are leaning a
You don't
little
wanna
bit.
talk,
You
you
gotta
should be
angle your
fucking.
you gotta angle your stroke to be like, all right, let me lean a little bit to the left because
Oh,
her
it
coochie
takes a
leaning to the
minute.
left.
It takes
How
You
does that
gotta,
work?
you know, you gotta
wheel.
get engaged, let them warm up
Yeah.
a little
15
bit.
And sometimes you might have to
this
go
way.
this way, or you had to go
Yeah,
that way.
there's some
This
women
is
This is a
that-
live demonstration for
leg
me.
There's
is
some women
very
that have
popular.
Here.
There's someone I can put their legs all the way
Look,
back.
the
and I can
legs
just
folded back
hit it.
is also very
Yeah.
popular. That is a new yoga pose. You should all try it.
Right.
Is
Like,
it a
it's
new
all
yoga
different.
pose
So the people
or?
who don't, who ain't there yet,
Right.
I guess that's
you
fair.
will be stopping. You got to go all the way back to the ears. You
Touche.
gotta,
There's some women I just
Touche.
gave up, and I'm just gonna eat the coochie because
See, I don't ever. I guess it's different from men because I don't ever want to give up. Like, I want a woman to come off my stroke, so I purposely take my time. So do you feel like women get more frustrated when they, like, do y'all get frustrated when you feel like, all right, however I'm scissoring this bitch, it's not working. Let me just go back or resort to eating
that
her pussy.
depends if you in your head.
yeah. Well, no, but also there's been because I do love thicker women and bigger women. Like I prefer my women to be.
Yeah.
Big boned.
Or have an
Flip.
ass.
And what I've realized is the thick that I sometimes will get, it's a lot, and I don't want to
thick.
ever make her feel uncomfortable. So, and I remember I had a girlfriend, and when I scissored her, she was like, "What are you doing?" I don't know, bitch. I'm about to fuck this shit. What the fuck? Lean
Some
back.
girls do not be going.
And
for
she
that.
was like, yeah, and she just wasn't having it.
They
And
do
so
not be going
and
for
she
that.
was like, nah, just eat me out. So I'm
Pull the
like,
dick
cool,
out.
I can do that as well. But
Put the penis
it
on.
all depends on their
Now, let me finish
comfortability.
this job,
Strap.
okay?
Not all thick women are gonna want their
Put the penis
legs
on.
all up in the air.
Nope.
Some women are gonna want that, and some women don't.
not.
want to do
Let me
that.
give her the boot bop. You know what I'm saying? With the dick. You know what I'm saying? Let me come finish the job because, yeah, I always assume, because I thought you told me one time it's easier for you to come with women than it is with men.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a 100% chance I'm gonna come with one.
So you may get your shit off, but you saying she might not get her shit off.
No, hell no. I make sure she gets her shit off.
Period.
Yeah, that ain't
So
what I
that's
said.
what I'm saying. So okay, I thought you were saying like it's
No, I make myself come.
right. Somebody it may be harder to make her come though.
No.
Let me ask
She
you.
makes
even if
herself
it
come.
is.
The thing is the difference
Straight
between
and
women and
simple.
men is that the woman can make herself come on my body, and I can make myself come on her body, and there is no giving up. like somebody we're
I
both
feel like
going
it's something
to,
different about
Somebody's
the
gonna nuts.
attraction too.
yeah,
If
like
I'm being honest.
we're
Oh,
going
let me
to
ask you
get
this.
there.
Like,
It's hard for
friction.
me to come off of a woman's head a lot of the times. Like that's difficult. It's hard for another woman to make me come. There's a difference between me making myself come and her
Just
making
letting
me
her,
come.
full control type.
And most of the time, dudes don't allow the woman to make themselves come.
when y'all make yourself come, do y'all be getting lightheaded?
Girl, yo,
For real,
yes,
Because I don't think a lot of
that's a
people
good
really
question.
make
Wait, no, because I have to
like,
think about that. I'm like, wait a minute.
yes.
Like, can y'all
You be
get
like,
up?
oh fuck,
Can
like
y'all
it's
get up
just
and walk in
a
a straight line?
bubble.
You have to like sit and like take
Yeah,
a fucking
but
whole
You
spiritual
need
moment.
a second.
It's a
That's
room
for
the
spinning.
sure.
oxygen got to go
Room
back to the
spinning.
brain.
You know, you need a little
It's a little bit
intermission,
blue.
Concentration in
interval.
that. Especially if it's on command, some concentration in that. You gotta.
Like, you had a brown
Man.
paper
The
bag
bubble
over
gotta
your
go
head.
back up there.
The bubble.
Yeah.
That's a
You
good way to
ever
put
lose it? You guys ever be close to
Catch the
coming?
bubble.
Have you ever been close to
Back up
coming
there.
and then you lose it? And then be mad. I'd be so
Salty.
fucking
Yes,
pissed. Be
absolutely.
right there on the brink, and I don't know what the fuck. Sometimes it's the wind
guys,
will
guess
blow
what
this
happened
way,
in
the
it?
wind will blow that way, and it's gone. You're like, fuck, you were right here.
Just
I
a little
lost
bit more.
You almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Right.
I'm being
Right
taunted
here.
right
You know
now.
what I'm saying? Like, this close. So, Janae,
Next
like,
topic.
usually when you make woman come, is it usually from scissoring or eating the girl out?
Bum, bum, bum. I should be doing shit. Okay. I don't know
That's
how to
a
answer
valid
that
answer.
question.
Right.
That's a valid
Is
answer.
it with your fingers or like
A little
She
bit
doing
of
shit.
everything.
Yeah, like you got to figure out what makes sense for her.
so you just
Depends.
kind
It
of
really like when I say it depends on the woman. It really depends on the woman.
I've had experiences where like I be, especially with women, where it's so mental. Like I could like once we get to the sex part, that's easy. It's like the mental part that is the hard spot. Like it's the
Because
part
it's
of
like
us
some women
connecting.
like more talking, some like eye contact. You know what I mean? But that's like with people, period. You know, so I just feel like
I
it
think
really depends on the woman.
I think
Like,
sex always been enjoyable for me. More enjoyable, especially when it comes to threesomes. Is like if the build up is real nice. Like if we been conversing the whole night, we had like a date
A
night.
good
We
vibe
went
type,
out, We come back to the
yeah.
house and we recap how the night went. We just talking.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
a
And
I
she
had so
fucking
much
talking
cakewalk.
and cheesing and she smiling. Jasmine got her laughing. And it's like, damn, I want to fuck the shit out this bitch or whatnot. Like, yo,
Oh my gosh, I don't know what's
like-
coming.
especially if it's like a little tension there. She might think I'm a little misogynistic, but I was just like, yo, I'm about to turn into a feminist when I fuck you. So it's just
wait,
like,
wait,
not
wait,
a
huh?
That's terrible. Edit that out.
That's not no. But, let me
It
explain.
wasn't
No,
toxic, but it just, huh?
what
That
I'm
gives straight ally, but like a little
No.
dash.
But not
of-
for real. Like,
No,
you
no,
playing
okay,
ally
okay.
to get with
Now,
you
let
all
me
tight.
rephrase
Like,
this.
come on.
Let me.
Jazz, it's okay.
We need to
So no, look.
zoom in on
I don't want
face about-
anything I want to be
7
taken
seconds
out of
ago.
context. What I'm saying is, okay, I know I can be very opinionated at times, especially when it comes to like men perspective.
That's hilarious.
And sometimes they may think I'm a little misogynistic, but I'm really not. Like I'm really all about women being equal and being independent, all of that shit. So sometimes the way the night might be going, we might have a healthy debate or whatnot, and they may think I might come off as, you know, a little misogynistic because of my views on some things. So I do believe in gender roles or whatnot, but like healthy ones. And then by the end of the night, we all talking, we all conversing, and she still may have like a flashback or that one moment in the night of me being very opinionated and me coming off as misogynistic, even though that's not the way I meant for it to be. And
Not
then,
how it works.
Right, I get it, but like.
It might work like that in your head.
Right, but in the midst of like all of us, you know, being intimate with each other, I do like to cater to both of the women at the time to make sure they feel elevated and, you know, pleasure both of them and make them feel like, yo, I'm down for y'all. Like I like to show my respect to women in that way. Like I like to be the pleaser. I like to make sure they having a good time, and I feel like I kind of bow down to them in a sense when we all being intimate with each other. But I just like to show my appreciation for women in those ways. to where
Remember
like
when I was just talking about like when you're about to come and you lose it? It's probably like those moments that you just start thinking about, oh, this nigga was misogynistic as fuck earlier. Orgasm is gone.
But I would honestly say this, like even with the girls we had threesomes with, I don't ever feel like they was just turned off to the point where they didn't want. Like if anything, I feel like it made them want to fuck us more. Like from my experience though, I feel like they wanted it from the both of us.
I mean, yeah.
So like,
I'm just telling you that misogyny has nothing in that equation. There is nowhere.
But I don't know about being misogyny.
There's nowhere in a woman's mind where she was like, this nigga was misogynistic as fuck. My coochie just got dripping wet off of my memories of this nigga being misogynistic as shit.
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh.
What I'm saying is.
Kevin Samuel, say it again.
No, you taking this somewhere else.
What do I bring to the table?
You taking this shit. No, please don't associate me having sex with women to Kevin Samuel. That's weird. No, don't do that.
That's weird.
No, stop.
Not Kevin.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is
35 and plus. Tell me I'm useless.
Yeah, no, I'm never vouching for that.
Fast.
She's on an island of her own. I'm not vouching for any of that. She said I'm not vouching for any of that shit at all. I don't know what the hell she's going with it, where she's going with it. But what I'm saying is
I'm not misogynistic.
That
part.
Women. But not all women. I'm not gonna lie, because if a woman is fucked up, I'm not loving her. Like she's fucked up in the brain. But what I'm saying is, yo, we might have had our differences in the beginning of the night because I do like hefty debates. I'm very opinionated, but by the end of the night, you know what I'm saying, I will make sure like we pretty much on the same page, and I would love to pleasure any woman at the end of the night that we being intimate with and make her feel good. So I feel like it's like a good dynamic to have, because I feel like women do like challenges. Like they don't want a nigga who just a yes man and just agree with everything they say. If I can challenge their mind or get them to look at shit from a different perspective, and we may get into like a mini argument or a mini debate, but at the end of the night, if I'm fucking the shit out of you and it's pleasurable, I feel like that is going to hit in a different way. It's the reason why all these other women stay with toxic niggas or stay with niggas who they don't see eye to eye with all the time, but they fucking the shit out of them and they enjoy the sex. So that happens. Like, yo, we may not agree with everything that we discussed that night, but at the end of the night, you know you're going to get good dick, good hair, or whatever, and have a good ass time. So it kind of like heightens this shit. It's like, yo, this shit is exciting because it's a little attention there, and I know he going to fuck the shit out of me at the end of the night. So I think that's the point I was trying to make, because I'm going to make it my duty to pleasure the shit out of you, even though we didn't agree on everything prior to that. We still gonna have a good time. And it's like, damn, like, yo, this nigga low key pissed me off earlier in the night, but damn, his dick is feeling good right now, or his mouth is feeling good right here on my body right now. Like, god damn, how the fuck did he do that? He pissed me off, but now I'm feeling good. He about to give me an orgasm. All right, don't do that. Please don't. All right, bro, women are with niggas like that all the time. Like, don't do that.
But don't try to like emulate something toxic.
No, I'm not emulating something toxic.
Make it seem
what I'm saying is, anytime a man can challenge a woman's mind, or where like they might not see eye to eye all the time, they might get into like a healthy debate.
Like
and
a vibe?
I feel like
that is a vibe though. Like I've been in situations to where like before I met you,
debate every single time.
I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is, it can be a healthy debate. Y'all don't see eye to eye on everything, but like y'all be like, it be some little way. It's like, oh, you a Steelers fan, I'm a Browns fan. We get to discuss in sports, or Drake might be your favorite artist, Pusha T might be my favorite artist, or whatnot. Like we get into a little debate or whatnot.
Browns are go home.
Right, but at the end of the night, we fucking each other, we fucking the shit out of each other, and we both enjoy it. And it's a little sexual tension there that we create. But at the same time, it's in an attractive way. It's in a charming way. Like, it's like, all right, he don't agree with me on this topic, but like, it's still an attraction there. The conversation is still intriguing. It's still engaging. We both still, it's kind of like a weird type of flirting, but it's still flirting at the end of the day, even though we not agreeing on every single thing.
What that sounds like to me more so is like like almost like a sexual tension based off of conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, and that's what I was saying. I feel like
that's
I
what I was
create.
trying to-
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
what
why I
are
was trying to
you-
get to the bottom too. I wasn't trying to say I'm misogynistic. That's why I had to clear it up. I had to go like in a deep, you know what I'm saying, explanation of it.
You pulled a Virgo. It's okay. I understand.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo. So,
Yeah.
but that's what I was
It's all good.
saying because I feel like I like to create that sexual tension so that way we can get that out of there. But I like healthy debates. I feel like that's why I like doing the podcast shit because I don't want all of us to agree on every fucking topic because it make for a boring ass podcast. We just like, oh yeah, you know, I agree with everything all y'all black women are saying on this panel. I agree with everything y'all saying, and you know, I am all about black women, but I'm just agreeing with everything y'all saying. Like,
I feel like you're the
100%.
person to ask the questions to get the conversation started.
Say it one. I'm
For
sorry.
real,
Say it one more time.
I said I feel like you're the person to ask the questions
Very
to get the
true.
conversation started. Cause like
Yeah,
we
for sure.
literally we were at my house. What was that? Was that last weekend or the weekend
Yeah.
before?
Last weekend.
And we were sitting there playing Cards Against Humanity. Next thing you know, we're in the middle of this long discussion.
Stop playing the cards,
that literally went like I don't
An
even
hour.
know. Literally.
He did that to my salon one time. He came in to drop
But it
off.
was
did.
cool. Like
What did he do? Like you
it was
dropped
good
something off
conversation.
to me. You brought me something to drink or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And he just came in there and he was like, "What do y'all think about interracial relationships?"
Oh goodness.
In the middle, in the middle of the salon. Yo, when I tell you we carried that conversation on for like an hour and a half.
That's all they did whole time.
But
blow
okay,
your
so
head,
look,
everything.
so like women say though, right? They say they like niggas who can exercise their mental capacity. So it's like
Absolutely.
if I'm getting you to look at shit in a different perspective, even though you might not agree with it, you
Agreed.
understand where I'm coming from. That's exercising your mental at the point where like, well, damn,
That
even though I
shit
don't
get
agree with.
annoying after a
I was about to
while,
say,
But-
but to what
but to the way-
extent?
All right, but all
Right,
right, look,
that shit
all right, y'all
be
gonna find an
annoying
argument
after
every
a
fucking thing I said. Look, this is what I'm saying
To
though. I'm
what
saying if a nigga
extent?
is exercising your mental and he getting you to look at shit in a different way, whether you agree with it or not, as long as you understand it.
There are only certain
it's
things
different.
that I'm.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, as long as it's not a topic that's like something extreme.
That's
But,
what I'm like, to what
you get what I'm
extent?
saying?
I feel like that circles back to when do you change someone and when do you just accept them for who they are?
Not giving
But you
very
clearly
much
accepted me for who I am. So
No,
yeah,
but that's what
so-
I'm saying is like you just going around trying to like change women.
Okay, so let me
And your dick
let me
gets
put
hot.
it let me put it this way. So say if you know it's a nigga, they be like, you feel like he agreeing with everything you say to the point where you feel like he's coming off
That's a nice segue.
disingenuous. Like he be like, oh yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, no, you're right. Women, you know, are always right. Yeah, niggas are fucking up out here. Niggas are always in the wrong. Women are never in the wrong. Like, no, I agree with everything you say. At some point, you be like, damn, this nigga don't have a backbone. And I feel like this nigga just trying to get some ass.
No,
He
that
don't- he
nigga's
don't
a
have his own
liar.
opinions.
I feel like there's a balance between the
Exactly.
two.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
I'm the
there's
balance.
one balance where like, you know what I mean? Like you listen to each other or whatever the fuck and then you come to a conclusion. But I feel like that would just get tired. Like your dick has to get hard just off of a debate every single time.
No,
So
I'm
you
not
want me to
saying-
yell at you
no,
every day? Is that
that's
what you're
not
telling
I'm saying
me? Like,
at all. I'm
You
not
have to have a
saying.
whole
I'm not.
12
No.
brain.
You want
You
me
know
to
those
I'm
debates.
not-
You know
my
those
voice
when
and
you're in
energy.
debate class and you gotta like go up against like 4 other students. Debate class, you got to do that every time. Like just as long as that's not it. Let's not debate.
Let me put it
not the
in
fucking
simple
Because
debate.
you have to be on one
put 'em in
accord for
layman's
some
terms.
things.
Yeah, 'cause
You
like,
have to be
I feel
on
like-
one accord for some things in order for things to be cohesive.
I feel
That's
like
fair.
okay. Let me put it like this. I feel like as long as you can get women to look at shit from a different perspective, you pretty much are exercising her mental, exercising her mind to the point where.
What about
she-
exercising your own mind?
That
and on
too.
her perspective.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? It got to be both
it does
ways.
go both ways. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not being one
I
sided.
feel
I'm
like as
saying.
long as it's both ways, it's healthy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's right. So yeah, we on
But
the
I
same
do
page
feel
now.
like I do get what you were getting at, though. I do feel like there are certain things within a dynamic that kind of you have to have a common ground on.
There has to be some type.
There
of
has to
cohesive-
be
like
something,
where y'all,
at least.
Yeah, like where
At the
y'all
end of
Otherwise,
the-
it's
are
just
on-
not
Like,
gonna
at the
work.
end of the
You
day,
gonna
you
argue
want the
every
best.
fucking
Okay, it could
day.
be a conversation like this. At the end of the day, both of y'all want the best for black people or black-owned businesses.
Nah,
Is
that's
it-
too
No,
vague. That's too
yeah,
vague.
no, like guidelines for y'all's dynamic.
Yeah, whatever
type
y'all's
of thing.
dynamic is,
Like,
there has to be some stuff that is on one accord because you're always going to be butting heads all
like
the
for
fucking
instance,
Yeah, no,
You're always
that's
gonna
why I
be
was
trying to
saying
use
no.
see,
each
like,
other's minds
I guess
and
like
shit
family
that.
and your future and things of that nature. Certain things within
I'm
that.
talking even in a relationship.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying,
no,
yeah.
I'm saying like I'm talking about like I guess I was speaking from me and Jasmine's perspective. Like, we on a date with another woman, and we just out at the bar, we just get into a debate about something. I'm saying, like, me and the other girl debating, and it's about black issues, and we both. But at the end of the day, we both want black businesses to prosper.
Right, but you have a basic agreement.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, like, I might have a different way about going about it. She may have another way about going about it. But at the end of the day, we both want the same thing. So that way, I feel like that's a healthy debate. That was my example. That's what I was saying. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But I don't want to be looked at like I'm just trying to argue with women to get them turned on. Like, no, what I'm saying is,
because that's how I'm not gonna lie, that's how it sounded.
No, what I'm saying is, it's like, okay, I ain't never look at it like that before. Yeah,
I am the table.
You know, it always like, okay, I get them to look at it a different way.
The chair.
Yeah, like all of that
fucking
shit.
House,
the coasters,
nigga,
the rug,
and the light bill.
So let me ask you, ladies. What? Let me ask you, ladies, this: do y'all feel like any of y'all have trauma?
Trauma? Oh, absolutely. Oh God.
As a black woman, first of all.
Okay. Do you feel like you have any trauma?
Yeah, but what type of trauma?
Okay. Like, let me. I'm gonna get there. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Do y'all feel like, in a way, y'all trauma made y'all better at sucking dick or like having sex?
Oh God, why you have to put it that way?
Well, we gotta be real.
I don't know how to think about that.
Do you feel like
to daddy issues, and then you said sucking dick? Right. I'm like, that don't correlate.
All right, let me ask you, do y'all feel like y'all trauma kind of made y'all better in the bedroom in any way? Do you feel like it correlates?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I'm not sure if it correlates, but I guess in a way it kind of has to.
I would love to hear about it if y'all got.
Like, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm about to say trauma. I get the drinking right.
Wait, let me pick the cup
when I get the drinking right, that's when I, alleviate from the traumatic experience. And then when I do that, I'm able to bounce a little more. I don't really feel my joints.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm saying with the Molly, bro. That's why I have back problems.
So okay, baby.
You be bending a different way. You don't know you could bend like that until you bending like that.
Right.
You be bouncing.
She trying to hit.
You be dropping some shit down. You don't know you can drop it down like that.
Jasmine's trying to hit that. I can't give her back shots for a while. It's okay, babe. I won't fuck you from the back.
Nah, we fucking.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That'll
you gotta get some back shots.
Oh, it helps out. Huh?
Yeah, it helps.
So you doing the bending?
So absolutely.
No, I'm doing the bending. What the fuck I'm talking about?
I just said,
wait. That clicked in my mind kind of.
Boo, tomato. I'm throwing tomatoes. Oh, wow.
How has your trauma helped you in your sex life?
Helps.
She alleviating her stress, and while her stress is being alleviated, she find new shit she can do.
I feel like
women who get a best head. Do y'all feel like women who get a best head have some type of trauma?
I don't know about that.
I don't know what trauma took.
I feel like
I was about to say what level of trauma are we?
Like so, I guess back. I watch a lot of BDSM, like psychotherapy type of stuff, how they like tie it in. And the more I watch, the more I realize how much my trauma is like tied into like my sex life. Fortunately. But
fortunately.
Kind of fortunately. Like I have a really big thing of like worshiping. I have a really big thing of like wanting to feel small and weak. And that correlate. And I'm like, oh shit, does that correlate to the fact that I did go through like physical abuse as a child? Does that correlate back to the fact that I was neglected as a child? So now I want to feel completely like at the will of something more powerful than me. Because like when you're a kid or when you're in your adolescence and your brain is still fucking developing, when you're supposed to be taught like how things are supposed to go or whatever, and you're so susceptible to everything. So it's like, like I might want to get a smack or two. I might want to like feel like, and now I'm starting to realize like, oh fuck, like my want and my need to like be submissive and stuff is a direct correlation for me to me being forced to be submissive. And it's, in my younger years when I probably wasn't able to even consent to shit like that. And now I've carried that onto my adult life, and that's kind of like my kink now. Like, I like that shit.
Well done.
And I find a lot of comfort and because I have to control everything else in my life. You know what I mean? So I do like when I'm with my partner that I trust, I can like release and be who I am primally and just be that submissive person that I wasn't allowed to be on my own. Like, I was forced to that. Now I can choose to be that.
It's almost like you get to relive your childhood in a way.
No, let's not say that.
I don't think
I'm saying like, no, but I'm saying in a way
I
because the
wouldn't
child
say
gives
that.
up control. It's
Yikes.
based off of trust. Like, as a child, you trust your parents.
I feel like
or
if you're
whatnot.
gonna say it like that, it's more so you're feeding your inner child
Right,
than
it's
anything
more-
else.
more
Yeah.
so
That's how I meant it.
yeah.
Like, you're
Yeah.
giving up trust in
I
that
mean,
situation.
let's just say I was broken, and this is the way that I fix it in a way. And like I also had like a conversation with a friend a while back, and I had asked him because he had told me like he's weird. He was weird about affection. He was weird about kissing.
I know a
and
lot of
holding
people like
hands
that, actually,
yeah.
surprisingly.
and being vulnerable. And I was like, well, what is it? And me, my fucking thinking I'm a therapist ass was like, oh, well, you're a man and you're probably just afraid of being vulnerable because you're a man. You want to hold on to your manhood. And he was like, actually, no. I was like sexually abused when I was this age,
That'll
this
do
age,
it.
and this age.
Yeah.
And so now anything that has to like deal with closeness or like
I
genuine.
want you up off of me.
Yeah, I want you
Yeah.
up off of me. It makes me fucking uncomfortable. But yet he was comfortable with gagging bitches and all sorts of types of like sadistic shit. But he didn't want to have like that loving closeness because he was never shown that loving closeness as a child.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Two ideas of it, or two examples, I guess. I don't know. So basically, one of them I know, like when it comes to kissing, or like tongue kissing, or like okay, boom. If we having sex, right? I'm okay with somebody spitting in my mouth, but like to an extent, like you can't just.
Can't be like
Nah,
that.
like-
Oh no,
That was the
not
mucus.
like
That was the
that.
mucus.
I mean,
my
like you can do
God.
it like one or two times, but then like stop.
That was gross.
But like
Yeah,
you
they
hawk
can't do that.
Why'd you hack it back like
Getting it up
that?
from the inner
That's
your
different.
esophagus. I don't want any esophagus.
But when I was little, it was like my first gay experience or whatever.
Yeah.
So the girl, she was like, we was kissing or whatever, and she started like teaching me how to kiss with tongue and stuff. And I didn't know nothing about that. So at that time, I was just like, that just spit, just
Right.
just
Gross you out. Kids didn't know how to brush their teeth back then. She
You
probably
feel
had
me?
goldfish all up stuck in her teeth and shit.
She was cool though. Her shit was cool though. But like.
Listerine shrimp.
Now I just be like, okay, yeah, let's do it. But like then it was just like I was traumatized. I was like, oh no, you can't. I don't want your tongue in my mouth. Like we could just. That's it. That's all I want. I don't want no more than that because that's too much. It's too much spit on spit. But now, yeah, hell yeah, do that shit. Get out. And then the other one, I didn't like getting my ass smacked. I hated that shit.
Remind you of spanking?
No. My cousin did that one time when I was like little.
Smash your butt.
Yeah, but it was like
made
on
you
some
on
weird
stuff.
some weird shit. And so
It was
like
a
nobody
male?
and nobody was there. So like I told my mom and my mom to my auntie, they whooped his ass.
As they should.
Like
Yeah, right.
all
That's the shit.
night. My mom was gone, she didn't get back till like 5 in the morning. She was not they was
What
serious.
happened to that shit?
Yeah.
But like now I be
your
like,
mama, your
yeah,
mama
do
ain't-
that shit.
At least they acting on it. At least they
She
acting.
ain't
Yeah.
with that
Hell
shit.
yeah.
So I know some parents who ain't do shit.
Look, she said that shit. She mean it. Like, let me know what's up, cause that shit is not going. But now I be like, hell yeah, do that shit.
How old
Only
were you at
fucking
the
though.
time when that happened?
I was probably like 13.
13.
I was young.
Damn.
I remember when I even would say like even as early on like being cheated on, that's trauma.
Yeah.
Being manipulated
Facts.
emotionally, that's trauma. All of that shit, and those are things that happened to me in from teens well into like my mid-20s. And so I'm starting to see those types of traumas reverberate in my life now. And that's probably like I get turned on by seeing my man be with another woman, and I'm like, yo, is that a fucking like connection to like being cheated on and being done drugged through the dirt? And so now,
And
yeah, and
I ain't been cheating on. I like it too.
Right, but
like,
for
that's
me,
kinda
like I
nice.
like it in a weird like I wouldn't say in a weird way, but it's like it's in like a emotionally sadistic way. Like I like let me not
Like the emotions in it.
Let me go ahead and be candid with the audience, but it's like an
come on.
emotional hurt that feels good. Like I've been able to like transmute that energy that used to be so fucking painful into something that feels good physically now. Like though it hurts, it feels
Awesome.
good. Like I don't know, like it's fucked up.
Good pain.
I told my best friend
I
about
get it.
that, and she was like, "Jasmine, are you
get it.
okay?" And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm fine. It's great. Like I figured out this."
It's just like, what the fuck?
You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm telling him. I always tell him, like, just because I'm attracted to women does not mean that it still doesn't hurt, because it hurts. It just hurts good, nigga. Like, it just hurts in a different way. Like, but yeah, what about you? Let's go ahead and get off that topic. I ain't talking about
Pass.
I got an appointment. Okay.
I'm weak. So while y'all been talking, I really been sitting here kind of trying to think about it. And the first thing that really comes to my mind, like the biggest thing for me, is a sense of control. Because it's like for me in my life, I feel like a lot of things that have happened have been out of my control. And it's like, that's anxiety inducing for me, you know, because I need a sense of order, a certain sense of things. It's like a lot of stuff in life. It's fucking life. You can't control the shit.
Virgo.
So it's like, but
Is
it's
that Virgo?
yeah, no, absolutely it is. But it's like for me, I don't really know how to explain it. I'm still thinking about it.
What about you, JR?
Let me pass the mic.
I have my own conclusion, but I don't
Ooh.
I feel like I grew up around a lot of strong women growing up as a child. So I do feel like when I be intimate with women, I feel like I gravitate towards strong women. Like I like fucking strong women because it's like when I am fucking them, I feel like I'm good at what I do in pleasing women. So when I do get to please women, I feel like I disarm them in a sense. So it's like I get pleasure out of like, yo, this woman is strong, maybe 20 hours out of the day, but like maybe, the 4 hours I get to wine and dine her and slowly like put her in her feminine divine energy. I could disarm her by the time like penetrating her, like eating her pussy, whatnot. The fact that she's like in heaven or just letting her guard down and she don't feel like she's holding a gun. Like, it's like she can be at ease. So I get off on that. It's like, damn, this woman is strong and having to, put up a wall throughout most of the day. But, like, when she's with me, she get to let her guard down. She get to feel, like, comfortable in her feminine energy. And it's all because, like, I'm eating her pussy right or I'm fucking the shit out of her. And I get to hear her moan and make feminine sounds. So I get off on that. I get off the fucking strong women. You said what?
Did you just start making dolphin noises? And he said feminine sounds? What?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, but I want
She just fucked my whole take up. Like, if I was gonna make it real,
Wait, but look. I want to. I raised my hand for a reason because I think you kind of made something click when you said that for me. Like what it is for me. I think for me, it's if a man or a woman dares to challenge my sense of control. Like that's the thing for me. It's like, oh, okay.
You bold.
I do, and I would have
Like,
said,
go
I
ahead.
do say like,
Let's see what happens.
I do get like a rise out of like putting women in their place respectfully though. Like, say they in the wrong,
literally.
Like the fact that they wanted to listen to me and like hear me out, that's a turn off for me. It's like, all right, well, they respect me as a man, and on top of that, if I get them in the bedroom, I get to take over. And the fact that they trust me, like, being in charge in the bedroom.
Because I feel like if somebody can challenge me, because I talk a lot of shit. And
like,
I'm...
Like, the fact that I can hear, like, our skins smacking against each other as I'm giving you back shots, you moaning, you have no control at that point. You just taking my dick. Like, I'm in full
But
control.
how does that correlate to, like, trauma? How does that...
I just told you, because, like, I grew around a lot of strong women.
How are they traumatic?
Because I feel like a lot of times I didn't have a voice in those situations. So I feel like I can have a voice in the bedroom with my penis. I don't know, that's toxic, but like I feel like I can have a voice with my dick and my sexual activities that I'm good at. So I feel like I get to lash out and speak out. I get to be very vocal without saying shit.
What about your need for
said, "I get the
threesomes
fuck."
and like alternative, like your need?
Oh,
for
with the
that?
threesome
Like,
shit, I really just enjoy women. Like I enjoy stroke. Like even though, you know what I'm saying, that was low key traumatizing, like me growing up, I still enjoy women who have a voice and who have something to say. Like I enjoy learning from women. Even though I may not always agree with, you know, vocal or strong independent women, I do feel like I can learn from them, but I also enjoy educating them too. I like to learn. I like for it to be a two-way street. So I like to get my shit, you know, off my chest. I want them to get their shit off their chest. It might get heated at moments, but I want our release to be, yo, we enjoying each other in the bedroom.
so nothing on the men's side, just on the women's side of trauma.
Oh, well, I went with men's side of the trauma. I feel like maybe the reason I enjoy a lot of women, like I spoke about this before, like my mom and dad were married. My dad cheated on my mom with one of his coworkers. I don't even remember my parents being married, but I think they got a divorce when I was like 4.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but as like growing up, my dad's side of the family, or the man in my family, was always teaching me to have multiple women. Don't put all your eggs in one basket with them women, because women can do this, women can do that. So, like I said, in a way, I resented my dad for breaking up, you know, the marriage between him and my mom. But in a way, I feel like it kind of made me want multiple women at the end of the day. Like, that's why. But I don't know if it's just based off of that, because it's not like I'm just looking at women as objects. Like, I like women for who they are. Like, I care about what they think, what comes out their mouths. Like, I'm not just looking at women as a piece of meat. That's why I like to wine and dine them, even with Jazz. Like, any girl we talking to, I want to know who I'm sticking my dick in before I just stick it in them. Like, I want to know something about you. I want to know what you stand for. You know, your thoughts, you know, how you articulate yourself, like that type of way, how you carry yourself. Like, I want to know at least something about you before I just, you know, fuck the shit out of you, pretty much. So, yeah.
When you spoke to like your parents separating when you were young, I relate to that, and I think for me, like, that's where a lot of that sense of control, like, that was a level of strength for me growing up, because it was like a lot of the men in my life were touch and go, you know. Me and my dad now have a really good bond, but we didn't always have that, you know. So it's like, with that being said, the only thing I really did have to look up to was a strong woman, my mother. You know, and my mom's a Libra, so.
Okay.
So is my mom.
Hey, yeah.
My mom's
so it's
a
like,
Virgo, so you know how that goes.
yeah. But I'm dead. But it's like, having a Libra mother, the thing that I understand about her is that her peace is the biggest priority to her.
Sure.
Yo.
So it's like, in her, like, for her, in a sense, it's like her sense of control comes in whatever it takes to have that sense of peace.
Same with my mom. She would always be like, y'all taking away from my peace.
Exactly. Like, it's like,
Y'all making me nervous.
It's a sense of balance that it's like, okay, well, to what extent does it take for you to have that balance of that peace of mind? So it's like, growing up with that, I think that's kind of watching that dynamic with my mother and watching that unfold is where, like, that sense of a certain level of control came into play for me personally, because that's what I grew up around. So,
Yo, my mom had niggas in and out like the wind, bro.
If my mom did, I ain't see that shit.
Okay.
Okay, smooth operator. If that was the case,
I was in the back room and she was on the
idea.
couch.
Yo, not.
No,
I
like,
don't,
go
I don't want to
nowhere.
say
The
it was a
bathroom was next
plethora
door.
of men, but it was as if, like, as soon as my, like, again, it goes back to like what you said with the peace stuff. Like, as soon as like her shit was disrupted, it was like
You gotta
she
go.
could move on like nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like the one traumatic, I guess it wasn't necessarily traumatic until it came to like when she was with this just one particular man, but it was as if like one dude would be there for like however long, And the next day I come home from school and he was just gone, like he never even fucking existed. And I feel like that's something I picked up on. Like I'm super quick to just, I'm like, yo, I probably shouldn't be like that. I probably shouldn't.
But see,
like
no
closure, no discussion, no sit down with the kids.
I mean, hey.
Just one day he there, the next day he just.
But see, and like where you pick that up for me, fun. Like my mother did not introduce nobody. I didn't even know that nigga existed until she thought it was something that was gonna be X, Y, and Z. So it's like I feel like that's also part of the reason why I'm very private about dynamics until I know it's something that's gonna be something. Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
I think all the girls I dated, my mom only met like 3 women.
I don't let people around my family. Yeah. Like I'm hell bent on that. Like the only reason my mom met a lot of people is because like I live with my mom. It's my mom, nigga. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I feel like women met my dad's side of the family more than like my mom's side, man.
And that's funny. I was the reverse. Yeah. I was the reverse. Like people met my mama, but like. If you met my dad, I must have really fucking liked you. Because my dad, like, one thing I picked up from my dad is I really don't like people. And my dad don't like no fucking body. Like, he does not like nobody. So I don't just bring just anybody around my dad because that might not end well. So.
Yeah, I get that. Like, one thing I am grateful for, like, my mom, like, she would be very selective. She introduced me to, and even if she was introducing me to somebody, she would have a talk with me and let me know what's going on with that guy and how it was getting real serious before she just let them come in the house or whatnot. And I'd be like, who the fuck is this nigga? 'Cause I was very protective over my mom. Like we be in a grocery store, somebody trying to talk to her. I can be off somewhere, come like some nigga was fixing on her car, and I was in the back seat taking a nap. And as soon as I heard a nigga voice, I hopped up, sat on my mom's lap, and stared at the nigga in his eye. Like I was always my mom's like little bodyguard type of shit. So you know what I'm saying? I was always like that. So I was appreciative that she would always give me a heads up before just thrusting somebody like a nigga on me, and it would be already friction there. And but like I guess it's kind of like a good segue into like the next thing I wanted to talk about. So like when we talking about, you know, women, like we were just talking about trauma or whatnot, and because of the trauma like women and men probably went through, do you feel like now in today's generation, do men really want to lead all the way, or do you feel like men are more cool with like taking the back seat and letting a woman lead? And with that being said, if that is the case, do you feel like women still respect men the same way? If a nigga be like, you know what, babe, you got it. I trust you to lead. I'm gonna take the back seat and take care of home, or I'm still work, but like I trust you with the bills. I trust you with this. I'll trust you to lead our family in the right direction. Do you feel like more niggas are willing to take the back seat? Because I hear a lot of women saying that a lot of niggas are incapable of leading, or what niggas are really leading and providing. And this
just because they can't lead don't mean they can not lead.
Facts.
Like
facts. I honestly feel like there's something within our genetic makeup that is just there. Mm-hmm. You know, and so it's like I personally like if a man can't lead, I feel like you're refusing to lead. If I'm being honest, because it's like it's within you.
Or you're incompetent. One of the
something. It's within
you. So
something's
you feel like
wrong.
Do you feel like every man is or every male is meant to be an alpha male?
No.
No.
You don't have
so
to be alpha.
Hell no. Because here's my thing too.
Okay, how can you be beta and lead?
No. That's what I want to say. This is the thing.
The whole alpha, beta, omega thing, like that shit is false.
Why the fuck are we using Greek letters? That shit is dumb as fuck. Let's start there.
People.
But this is the thing I want to say, right? Because it's like, even if a man is taking the lead, a woman is still behind the scenes running shit. Let's not ever get that twisted. Mm-hmm. Point blank, period. So you're in a position to lead regardless. The whole shit is set up for you to do what you gotta do. So if you're not doing it, what the fuck are you doing?
Period.
Yeah, I feel like
that's just how I feel about it. Like
drops
there's
mic.
a lot that goes into quote unquote leading and being like the leader of your family and things like that.
Absolutely.
And it's to the point now where I don't know if it's rare that there's a man to say that every single man is capable of doing that. Because that means he would have had to have been set up from birth to be able to be taught to do that and be in a situation where he's financially stable to be able to do that. And when we're talking and discussing about black communities, it is rare that a man is set up to be able to be in his late 20s to early 30s, or even towards the mid 30s to early 40s to lead a family. As a black community, we have to understand that coming together, we gonna have to both.
There's definitely going to be compromise, absolutely,
and do things together and coincide together and work together to get to the point where you can say that a man can fully and wholeheartedly and monetarily lead a whole entire family. We get a huge leg back, and that's where you have to kind of be conscientious of systemic situations, of where we're at in a whole as a community, as a black person, and that's where the disconnect and the annoyance comes from me, where I see these conversations happen, and it's men need to lead, and men need to da-da-da, men need to da-da-da, and black men are da-da-da, and black women are da-da-da. We are a few steps back from everybody else in society here in America. So let's sit down and have a conversation on how we can work together to gain a couple of more steps together. Because this conversation of pointing fingers this way and pointing fingers that way of who's not doing what is not going to get us anywhere. We have to come together with the person that you decide to be with, and make sure that y'all's goals align, and come together and take step by step together. Because let's not play boo-boo the fool and pretend like the majority of black men or the majority of black women are in these positions to lead fucking anybody.
You gotta put there. No, you definitely,
because we ain't there yet. Come on now.
I guess what I was saying more so though, from that frustration that I had with my statement, is that it cannot be one-sided on either person's end. And so it's where I was coming from more so is if you have a woman in front of you that is trying to work with you more so, and you're not
combating everything that she fucking saying.
But you get what I'm saying.
Right, but
that's more so where I'm coming from.
That's where the cohesive part comes in. Because I feel like I've been with plenty of men where I'm like, yo, I see your potential here. I see where you can do this, this, and this. Let's do this, this, and this. And the dude just didn't have that momentum to do that. When me and JR started talking, and I'm like, yo, you can do this, 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 and this. I see
it could all be so simple.
And within the next 6 months, that shit was going. I was like,
Period.
yo. And it takes that, and I feel like that's where women kind of don't understand, is they want to go to whomever and either be with the man who already has done it and got it on his own, which that means he's going to want to be with either everyone or a woman who's already done it or got it on her own.
Or you feel like he don't owe nothing too.
Yeah, or exactly.
Yeah.
Or she's trying to get someone, or she's discounting all the men who's actually have that it factor to be able to want to work with someone and build something or do something with someone else.
If a man
is already discounting them because they don't have what she's wanting at that moment.
If a man is already up there, he already made it in life, and a woman comes along or whatnot, and she's trying to give her input, a lot of times men don't try to hear a woman out in that position, because it's they look at it as, well, she only with me because of what I provide anyway. You not. I feel like men think that if they already making a good amount of money, they're already like at a high value status. They feel like the woman's only with them because of their status, because of what they can provide. So if they wasn't there alone for the ride or whatnot, they looking at it like, oh, well, bitch, you only with me because of where I'm at right now. Anyways, why the fuck I'm gonna trust your word or your advice because you just benefiting from me just by being with me. If you didn't help me get to where I'm at right now, why the fuck would I even take your advice? Type of shit. And I feel like with men not wanting to lead, I feel like some women do want niggas who, like, especially when women got like a really strong personality. I feel like they do want men to like sometimes take the back seat. But I feel like even those type of women do, you know, yearn for a man who know when to take charge and know when to lead or whatnot. They may think they want that in the beginning, but at some point they're gonna want a man to be a man. And
I feel like nowadays women are craving that type of energy, but there's just not a lot of men to be trustworthy over that type of power over their life. Yeah. So she will struggle before even allowing a man to come in like that. Like, there's a lot.
So let me ask you this: do you feel like every woman has the potential to be like comfortable in their femininity?
I feel like women aren't afforded, black women, let's just stick to that topic. Black women aren't afforded the resources or the environment to be comfortable in their own femininity right
Absolutely.
now. Like, even now, and this is just me being radically truthful, I'm not afforded that because we're still working towards our goals. I still have to do things that I feel like pull me more towards my masculine in order for us to be able to make it or to survive or to get to where we need to be. I'm still being pulled in two directions where I do really heavily want to be in my soft feminine, but I can't be in my soft feminine because there would be too much lacking on this other spectrum that I have to show up for right now. So it's like, not a lot of black women in our community are afforded. And now imagine a single black woman, or imagine a single black woman with children that is trying to like make it day to day, plus maybe possibly date and live her life, but she's still trying to balance her masculine and her feminine all in the same time. That shit is tough.
Tedious.
I feel it. Like, when now that I've been with you and I've been able to dip inside of both sides of the spectrum between my soft feminine and between my masculine, I can feel the difference between when Jasmine is able to dig in the pockets of her feminine and have to be thrusted over to the side of the masculine. I can feel it, like, and you don't, but as a single black woman, you're so on autopilot of survival and having to get where you need to go, making money, this and that, da 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 da, and then so you don't necessarily feel the shift between the two because you're living it on a day-to-day basis. But like, now that I've been with you, I've been able to feel those two shifts. But it's like, black women aren't necessarily that's one of the things where white women and other women of non-black people of color and white women have ambiguous over us is that they get to, more times than not, be in their full feminine. We can't even go to the hospital without having to be in our masculine. We can't be we are not afforded vulnerability, unfortunately. And that's where, like, I feel like the anger comes in between black women and black men. Because black women are fucking pissed at this point. We tired.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of...
And then y'all talking about, y'all masculine. Y'all too masculine. Nigga, we have to be. We gotta survive. We don't have a choice.
We just trying to make it.
I want my bed.
I want to
go lay down. I want to go lay down.
I don't even get the reference. I don't even know where that's from.
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Yeah.
I didn't see that one either.
TikTok. But no, I do feel like it's a push and pull between black men and women, because like it's fucked up because we already oppressed in this country. So it's like we just trying to get our foot in
Whole different
as
set of rules.
black people. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
To play on an
facts.
even playing field as white people who already got the upper hand. So it kind of causes us to be crabs in the bucket. And it's like, oh, I gotta be better than this next black person to get to where the white people are at. And it was like, sometimes I feel like a lot of black people feel like we gotta get to the next level by the next black person expense. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's kind of fucked up or whatnot. And like you said, because we got so much other shit to worry about, we don't even have time to like focus and concentrate on how can a black woman be more on her feminine side, and how can a black man be more of a
our generation is gonna have to sacrifice. That's the thing.
That's gonna be the
That's
tough
why
part.
we
And that's what I feel like me and you are doing, thankfully. I feel like me and you have really set this standard of how we're going to be. And we're really sacrificing a lot.
I feel like we set the
But
standard, but whatever.
We're seeing the benefits in our kids. We're seeing the benefits daily. But it's going to be, we're literally the millennials and older Gen Z, like our generations are literally going to have to just sacrifice. Because unfortunately, it wasn't set up for us. So we're going to have to take a couple of steps back and realize that we are going to have to work together in order to see our other generations to be able to like rise up and overcome this bullshit.
Take it over, yeah.
And not necessarily even take it over, just become equal.
And we have to take it over
Or at
because
least,
white people, it's a history, they don't know what the fuck they do. It's really a history.
But I feel like
They just
even
jocking
before
something
that,
they
how are
can't
we going to
see.
take over anything if we can't even see eye to eye?
No, I get it. I'm saying somebody we gonna have to take over because they don't know what the fuck they doing. Like,
That is
clearly.
true.
We
We
can't
already
see
kind of doing that little by little, but the first step
Well, as soon as we start
is
doing that,
us working together.
as soon as we start taking over, though, they said cultural appropriation. They find a way to buy us out. Yeah, they buy us out.
Do not start this again,
They
please.
fuck our shit up.
I beg
or
you.
whatever.
Because what?
She is the precipice. Like, if y'all are watching the period
fucking
eye
annoying.
girl, like, don't let her be another Woe Vicky.
Watch
please.
was
Don't
vouching for
worry,
that.
Woe Vicky is not even Woe Vicky no more. That's
I
the
am
crazy
begging
part.
y'all. Please don't let us bring up another Woe Vicky or another Bad Baby.
Right.
Please, let's
I don't
not
even
do
know
this.
who Whoa Vicky is, but Bad Baby, please.
Yo, man,
That's wild.
That's terrible.
And
horrible.
It was so easy too. She was just in the room chilling. Period.
she didn't even get no
5
effort,
minutes
bro.
just
And
going.
she got fake.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. Like, we can't think about.
We gotta be
these-
twice
You
as
don't
good
gotta think
all
about
the time.
nothing. Just
Yeah,
do it.
but the thing is like we have to not even worry about the shit that's going on social media and in like mainstream bullshit. Like, where the real work is gonna be done is inside the home. Figure that shit out. Where the real work is gonna be done
She was
is
on her
within-
bed.
Gotta do the mom
Period.
work.
Yeah.
Period.
Got
In the room.
period. Bars.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
It's a no for me, dog.
But the last thing, I want to bring up is the upcoming art show.
Yes, October 29th walks. Yeah,
October
It will be on-
And
Stankonia.
the name of the album is Stankonia.
Stankonia.
Stankonia. The Outkast album.
Outkast.
It's so fresh, so
Yes.
clean. Miss
Stankonia.
Jackson, Bombs Over Baghdad. Yes, it's gonna be an art show.
Jackson.
Jasmine is gonna, be a
I will
part
be
of it.
there.
Watts is putting it on. Our engineer.
Period. Period.
We're looking
Body
for
paint models.
Body
Gabs.
paint.
Gabs, you can be a body
Because
paint
I'm
model.
down.
Yes.
Would you be
Yeah,
down to
come
get your?
on.
Would you be down to get your? They don't
Come
know because
on.
you're sitting down. Would you not mind getting your bubble butt painted?
Bubble butt.
I think about that.
Bubble,
The
bubble
thing
butt.
is round, guys. The thing is round.
It looked like a fat ass mosquito bit her on her ass, and it's
Wow.
like-
okay.
It's like
Jesus,
jazz
that was the
without the
most
Y.
horrible.
That was
no,
that
fat ass
was
mosquito.
an
No, that's what I'm saying. I said
interesting
fat, like a
descriptive.
prehistoric mosquito, like a dinosaur.
Prehistoric.
He had some time to think
No,
about
it's
that
like,
one.
okay,
It
boom,
wasn't
right?
just
Y'all
came
remember
up
them
with
things
it.
when we was a
Don't do
kid
that.
where
Like I just
you
playing this
blow
shit.
it
Fuck outta
up,
here.
you blow the little ball up, right? And then you like punch it.
Mm-hmm.
When you was a kid, like that.
It's like
I don't know
a big
how I
ass
feel
beat
about
stuff.
this one right now.
But like two of those
It's like
on each
fist.
fist.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
Okay,
but no, the body paint.
but the
body
body paint in the art show, you know.
First of all, let's
Janae. Oh, go ahead. What you about to say?
I was gonna say let's go ahead and get Vic on that, please, because he didn't.
Yeah,
Come
he
for
do
the
his
next
art.
one.
Yeah. We get Vic on that. He can
Slide up on that.
sell some of his art, but it has to be within the theme of the album.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he'll be able to do. And I could definitely see you being like body paint models. I feel like that would be fire. We're gonna get Jazz some digital print copies for this show because so she can be
Okay, but I
prepared.
still need my digital print because, like I said,
What happened?
I want artwork in my house.
Oh yeah.
Oh, from
I want
you?
all of
Oh.
them. I want all of it in my
She dropped the
house.
ball.
Both of them.
She'll
I have
give
to
you-
get him. I'm
Both
still
of
in contact with the person who purchased the original one. I just gotta go.
Yeah, tell him to stop trying to fuck you with just giving the damn,
Original
give you the damn digital prints. Tell niggas stop flirting, just give you the shit.
Can't nobody copy that.
But
The
yeah,
original is the original.
but no. So the art, I just want to make sure I'm clear. So like,
October 29th.
the art show is gonna be October 29th. What time?
Costumes.
What time do the
Costumes,
hold on? What time do the show start?
6 to 9
So the
p.m.
art show is gonna be from 6 to 9. If I stand corrected, it's gonna be a Halloween costume party after that.
Wait, let me.
Are you
Look,
positive?
let me commercial it.
After or during?
This is the thing. Actually, Day and Night Cereal Bar want to collab.
Ooh.
That's fire.
That,
So there is going to be a party. Just not sure if we're gonna stay here.
Or move.
go somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay.
Either way,
Just know y'all
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be a-
between
it's
here
gonna be
and
an
the
after
cereal
party.
bar.
Come
Y'all
with
gonna be going
costumes,
crazy all
come
night on
dressed to
October
impress.
29th between
Yeah,
6
so
to
I wanna
9.
see bunnies.
any occupation.
Come be nasty. Come
Yeah,
be a
come be
little
nasty.
button.
I already know what my costume is gonna be. It's gonna be a surprise. I'm
with mine.
not gonna give it away, but it's gonna be dope. I always try to go all out for Halloween. So
Look, I'm gonna try,
My
guys.
dick in the box.
watch is coming on trash.
I'ma come with-
He just said he's coming with a dick in the box. That nigga's not even trying.
In
He
a
just-
whale.
he-
Bring
he
your
just-
little cat in the whale.
You putting pussy in the box? Is this what you
Pussy
said?
whale.
Pussy well. Pussy well.
Pussy whale.
Also,
Cat in the box.
after the parties are over, after so after all the
I see what you did there. Boxception.
so a whole lot of boxes and
Box in a box.
so after the parties are over, after hours, it's gonna be a Halloween party at Club Arrows, a sex party, sex club, and that's gonna be another Halloween party, and they open after hours, so you can bring
in
up
the morning.
like 4 a.m. You can bring up.
a.m. in my
Come get your thumbs
You don't
30.
know thumbs get dirty.
Come
You
get
can
your
do
thumbs
some
wet.
And, and no, said come there, dress to impress. Cause like I said, that's also a Halloween party. It's the same night. It's only like 5 minutes from here. So after you turn up, come to the art show, get your party on. You don't want to go home yet. Club Arrows is right around the corner. It's another Halloween party. Go there. They have sex swings there across different rooms just for you to have sex. They got free food. They got a stripper pole. They got a DJ who play good music. You bring your own bottle. All of that shit. So yeah, I feel like everybody should get fucked with or without a condom that night. Like it shouldn't be no excuse.
Or with a condom if you're with somebody.
I said with or without.
Just with condoms if you're
Just
with
use the
somebody
condom.
Choose your fighter.
Cover it up.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. It's
You're in an
it's up
unknown
to y'all.
location.
You could,
You gotta put some holes in it.
Oh no,
dick.
that
Not the spooky dick.
some people can think that God is.
Costume for your
Some people can think
dick.
that God is their protection.
Oh no.
People think they don't need condoms.
Oh,
They pray to God. God is protecting.
If the period comes, the period comes. If it does not, you are going to have a little one.
If the period don't come, the period don't come, you always take them to Cedar Point.
Blood to
But
come.
you know what? It's always 100% if you ain't got gonorrhea.
You always take them on a Millennium Force.
So just be
Millennium
careful.
Force or some other the dragster. That'll do the job, right? The
I need
dragster.
some stairs.
Stairs. You push them down the stairs,
I heard
you'll
it's a little
fire.
drink you can make.
It's a drink you can make. Oh man,
I don't remember.
we can discuss the ingredients off
I
camera.
seen it on TikTok.
On TikTok. Oh, TikTok is promoting abortion.
Oh man, they got all sorts of stuff on TikTok
Yeah, I
for
seen it on
abortion hacks.
Do a little shake it up like you make a margarita, and then you just pour it in a glass. You drink. Yeah.
So they telling you ways to send a baby back to God.
Drink some damn mugwort.
Wow.
Return to sender.
You feel me? Or you could keep it, but that's up to you.
And them.
It's just
Right.
You get to
And
keep
you
it, or you
and-
can keep it upstairs. Never mind. All right, so yeah, it's been a great episode. Episode 14th. Once again, I want to thank everybody who was on the show. Well, yeah, I mean, I always have my two co-hosts on the show, but I want to thank our special guest. Janae. Oh, you gonna keep calling her Janae?
I have 3 different lists, and I have 3 different
calling her
names today.
Janae.
My name's Janae. You can call me Nay. You can call me Nah. You know what? It's all
Do
good.
you want them to
Fuck
follow
it.
you on Instagram?
My Instagram is NayChristine_.
Or will you be dressed
all
up for
that
Halloween?
money.
I don't know yet. It's
You
a
don't know.
surprise. She is.
Surprise. Okay. All right.
I'm
And-
super surprised. It's gonna be great. I'm so
yeah,
excited.
no, I'm excited
know
for
yet.
Halloween. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Another week of the Dirty Talks podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
We're gonna keep getting better. We're gonna keep getting bigger. And like I said, we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. And peace.